In 2025, Russia shocked the world. They announced a jet that does what no fighter has ever done before. A jet called the PAK DP. This machine is not just fast, it can fly at Mach 4. That's 4 times the speed of sound. So fast that even the fastest interceptors alive today would never catch it. And it doesn't stop there. The PAK DP is built to fly in near space. Higher than aircraft, higher than drones, higher than most missiles can even reach. Imagine looking at your radar as a NATO pilot. You see a blip that climbs beyond your ceiling. You push the throttle, but the target keeps pulling away, vanishing into thin air. You can't chase it. You can't fight it. You can only watch. And that's not the worst part. This aircraft isn't just about speed or altitude. It's rumored to carry anti-satellite weapons, tools that can blind nations by knocking out the very satellites their militaries depend on. So what makes this the deadliest jet ever built? And why does its unveiling change air combat forever? Stay with me, because what you're about to see may redefine the future of war. What makes a jet truly deadly? Is it the speed that outruns every enemy? Is it the weapons that can strike from far away? Or is it the stealth that keeps it hidden until it's too late? The truth is, a deadly jet is the one you can't stop. And that is exactly why the PAK DP terrifies so many. Because how do you fight something that flies higher than you, moves faster than you, and carries weapons you can't even see coming? You don't. You just watch it pass overhead, powerless. That's the fear built into this machine. The PAK DP is designed to be faster and higher flying than any jet in history. It isn't just an upgrade, it's a completely new kind of weapon. Imagine a hawk soaring above every other bird in the sky. It can climb higher, see farther, and dive whenever it chooses. That's what this jet is, a predator in the air. No fighter today can match its planned capabilities. Not the American F-22, not the Chinese J-20, not even the newest European jets. Each one suddenly looks outdated, as if they belong to a past era. And that's the real conflict here. For decades, the world measured air power in stealth, agility, or range. But this jet rewrites the rules. It shows that in a fight for the skies, nothing matters more than speed and altitude. Every NATO pilot knows what this means. The air combat balance is shifting. And if the PAK DP truly works as promised, it changes how every war in the skies will be fought. But what specific features make it so deadly? The answer hides in its very design. Most of the world's fastest jets today can barely touch Mach 2.5. That's already twice the speed of sound, faster than almost anything in the sky. But the PAK DP is built for something no pilot has ever controlled before, a speed of Mach 4. At that pace, the jet doesn't just fly, it tears through the sky like a spear of fire. Now imagine being the one trying to stop it. You see the target on your radar, but in the time it takes to blink, it's already in front of you. You're not fighting, you're just watching a blur that no human or machine can match. That helplessness is what makes this jet so terrifying. Because Mach 4 isn't just a number, it's raw power. At that speed, the PAK DP could leave Moscow and reach London in just 15 minutes. That's how fast it can close the distance to any target. And with that kind of velocity, interception is almost impossible. No current missile defense system can lock onto something moving that quickly. The tracking breaks down. The missiles fall behind. Even hypersonic weapons struggle to match that pace. This means the PAK DP could run circles around every other fighter in the world. It could escape when it wants. It could attack when it chooses. And it could vanish before you even know it's there. That's why every Air Force looks at this machine and feels the same thing, fear. Because in air combat, speed is survival. And the PAK DP is built to outrun every missile currently in service. But speed alone doesn't make it the most deadly. The real secret lies in where it flies. Most jets in the world can only climb so far. At best, they top out around 20 kilometers above the Earth. That's the ceiling where normal fighters operate. But the PAK DP is designed for something far more extreme. It can climb to 40 to 45 kilometers, where the sky begins to fade into space. At that height, it's not just another aircraft. It becomes something different, a predator that looks down on everything else. And that's the real advantage. Because when you're high above, you can see farther, strike sooner, and escape faster than anyone below. Imagine being a pilot inside this jet. You look out the canopy and see the curve of the Earth itself. You watch the blue sky fade into the blackness of space. And you know there is no other fighter in the world that can stand beside you. That's the level of dominance we are talking about. Operating at that altitude means the PAK DP can patrol where no jet can follow. It can stalk from above, untouchable. Ground-based defenses, they're useless. Most missiles can't climb that high, and even if they try, the PAK-DP's speed leaves them behind. Radar systems designed for normal aircraft struggle to even track it. It's as if the jet exists in a different dimension of the battlefield, and that makes it more than just an interceptor. It makes it a ghost in the sky. But here's the real conflict. Flying high and flying fast is powerful, but without the right weapons, it's only half the story. The question is, what exactly does this machine carry that makes it so deadly? Every modern war today runs on satellites. They guide missiles, direct troops, control drones, and provide the GPS in every cockpit and ship. Without them, modern armies go blind. That's why the PAK-DP is not just a fighter, it's a weapon built for the skies above the battlefield. Because for the first time in history, a jet is rumored to be able to shoot down satellites. Think about what that means. The very tools that keep NATO armies connected could vanish in seconds. The radios go silent, the GPS screens go dark, and commanders no longer know where their forces are. That's the kind of terror this machine brings. With a single strike, it can blind an entire army by destroying its eyes in space. No more instant communication, no more precise navigation, just confusion on the battlefield. And that's the twist. This jet isn't just built to fight planes. It's built to fight the very systems that make modern warfare possible. By carrying anti-satellite weapons, the PAK-DP pushes the fight into space itself. And once that line is crossed, there's no going back. Space is no longer a sanctuary. It's a battlefield where every satellite, every orbiting eye, is suddenly a target. No satellite is safe anymore. Not the ones guiding missiles, not the ones providing internet, not even the ones watching from above. That's why every general and every pilot knows this jet is a game changer. But here's the question. These features sound almost unbelievable. So is the PAK-DP truly real, or is it just talk? For years, the world only heard rumors. A secret project whispered about inside Russia's defense industry. A jet so advanced that many thought it was nothing but propaganda. The PAK-DP lived in the shadows, spoken of but never seen. Analysts debated, was it real or just a story to scare the West? That doubt is what kept the mystery alive. But then came the moment when speculation turned into reality. Russia officially unveiled it. Not on a blog, not in a rumor mill, but in state-backed announcements showing the world the shape of this machine. The jet that many thought was fake was finally real. It was like watching a secret weapon being pulled out of the shadows. The kind of reveal that changes everything in an instant. And in that moment, every doubt vanished. Because if Russia shows it, then Russia has it. And if Russia has it, the world must respond. That's the emotional weight of the unveiling. Every military planner now knows the same thing. This is no longer theory, it's fact. The balance of power has shifted. Because what was once dismissed as an idea is now standing as a threat, and no nation can afford to ignore it. That's why this unveiling didn't just reveal a jet. It revealed a new era of air combat. But the next question is even more dangerous. The PAK-DP looks terrifying. But how does it compare to what other countries already have? For decades, stealth technology has been the ultimate shield in air combat. It hides jets from radar, making them harder to detect, harder to track, and harder to shoot down. But stealth has always had its limits. Until now. The PAK-DP is rumored to go far beyond anything the world has seen before. Its new stealth materials and advanced design make it virtually invisible. To most radar systems, it's like nothing is there. A ghost in the sky. Imagine sitting in a command center watching your radar screen. Every plane, every drone, every missile shows up as a blip. But not this one. It could already be above you, and you'd never know. That's the fear of invisible threats. You can't fight what you can't see. And that's exactly why this jet is so terrifying. It can approach targets without being noticed. It can launch an attack before anyone even realizes it's there. By the time alarms go off, it's already too late. That's how the PAK DP rewrites the rules of air combat. Because if it can't be tracked, it can't be stopped. Every radar system designed for today's wars suddenly looks useless. And that leaves nations staring at the sky, wondering where the next threat will appear. The fear is no longer about what you see on your screen. It's about what you don't. And the PAK DP is built to be that invisible hunter. But here's the chilling question. With all these advantages, what could possibly stop this jet? Across the world, nations are racing to build their next generation jets. The United States is developing its NGAD program. China is pouring billions into stealth and hypersonic designs. And Europe is working on its own future fighters. But here's the shock. None of them are ready yet. And none of them combine everything the PAK DP already promises. The speed, the altitude, the stealth, and the rumored space-killing weapons? No other aircraft has all of these in one machine. That's what makes this jet stand apart. A true first of its kind. Take the USNGAD, for example. It's considered the most advanced program in the world. But even America admits it won't fly until 2028 at the earliest. That's years away. And in military time, years can change the entire balance of power, which means Russia's PAK DP gives them at least a 3-year head start. 3 years where no one else can match it. 3 years where every other air force is left playing catch-up. That's the real conflict here. While others talk about the future, Russia may already be flying it. So the question becomes, what does this mean for the future of air combat itself? A single advantage doesn't make a jet the deadliest. Plenty of planes are fast, others are stealthy, some can climb higher than the rest, but none of those features alone decide the skies. The PAK DP is different because it combines them all. Speed, altitude, stealth, and even rumored space weapons, all built into one machine. That's what makes it overwhelming, because when you face one strength, you can build a counter, but when you face them all at once, you have no defense. The speed makes its weapons harder to stop. The altitude gives it the ability to strike first. The stealth makes it invisible until it's too late. And the anti-satellite weapons strip the enemy of their eyes and ears. Each feature multiplies the others. Each edge makes the jet more unstoppable. That's why many call it the first complete next-generation fighter. Not just a step forward, but a leap. No single system can stop it, and that's why it may be the deadliest jet ever revealed. But the real question is, what does this unveiling mean for global power? The PAK DP isn't just another fighter. It represents the biggest leap in jet technology in the last 50 years. For half a century, the rules of air combat stayed the same. But this unveiling changes everything. Because once a machine like this exists, the sky will never be the same. This is the twist. Air combat itself has been rewritten, not by a slow change, but by a single, shocking moment of revelation. One unveiling that proves technological superiority can shift global power overnight. And now the world stares at the sky, knowing a new era of air warfare has begun. This really is the deadliest jet ever built. And now, it's real. But here's the haunting question. How do you counter a weapon that's better in every way? The unveiling of the PAK DP is not just a headline. It's a turning point in military history. For decades, nations competed in the skies with fighters that were all built on the same old rules. But this jet breaks those rules in every way. You've now seen the proof of why the PAK DP changes everything. The speed that outruns all defenses, the altitude that makes it untouchable, the stealth that turns it invisible, and the anti-satellite weapons that could blind an entire army. If this is what Russia has revealed today, imagine what happens when it finally enters service. If you want to see that future unfold, make sure to subscribe now. And one last question. What do you think is the most deadly feature of this jet? The speed, the altitude, or the space weapons? Comment below.